Hello everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to share a heartwarming story with you titled, 3 Cats, 3 Sleeping Styles. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Of course, if it's not your style, feel free to skip it, no hard feelings. Now, let's begin the story. Living with 3 cats is a bit like living with 3 tiny, furry roommates who each have their own set of rules, quirks, and sleeping preferences. 2 of my cats have decided that my bed is their rightful kingdom. Every night, without fail, they climb up, stretch out like royalty, and claim their spots as if the mattress were built just for them. The funny thing is that they act as though I'm the guest in their sleeping palace. If I dare move or roll over, I get a disapproving flick of a tail or a squinted glare that clearly says, "How dare you disturb our beauty sleep?" The first bed companion is the cuddly type. He presses himself against me like a living, purring hot water bottle. His warm body and steady hum could almost replace a lullaby. The second, however, is a bit more of a diva. She insists on lying right in the middle of the bed, belly up, like a starfish spreading out to claim as much territory as possible. Many nights, I find myself clinging to the edge of the mattress while she snores softly in the prime real estate of the bed. Somehow, I've lost the argument about ownership. Apparently, the bed no longer belongs to me. It belongs to Her Highness. Of course, I sometimes try to nudge them over gently to regain space. This effort is always met with a dramatic yawn, a slow blink, and then an exaggerated repositioning that somehow takes up even more room. I've concluded that these cats must have studied geometry in secret, because their ability to expand into improbable sleeping shapes is unmatched. While the first 2 cats enjoy their royal nights on the bed, the third one has a different perspective. This independent spirit prefers the shelf by the bedside. It's not just any shelf, it's the one filled with books, plants, and random little trinkets I've collected. Somehow, despite the clutter, he manages to curl himself into a neat little ball, wedged between a stack of novels and a dusty photo frame. From there, he observes us like some kind of night watchman, peering down with wide eyes as if to say, "Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on things." Also, I get the best view. At first, I worried he might knock something over in his attempt to nap on such a crowded spot. But no, he's surprisingly graceful. Every leap onto the shelf is silent, every curl into sleep perfectly balanced. Occasionally, though, I'll wake in the middle of the night to the sound of a soft thud. That's when I realize he rolled a little too far and tumbled onto the floor. Strangely, he always bounces back up with an air of dignity, licking his paw as if nothing happened. The motto seems to be, if you pretend it didn't happen, it didn't. What I love most about his shelf sleeping habit is the variety of positions he invents. Sometimes he's curled up tight, like a cinnamon roll. Other times, he stretches his paw dramatically across the edge, like a tiny ruler guarding his fortress. On rare nights, he falls asleep with his head hanging off the shelf, looking like he's testing gravity while still dreaming of fish. He has turned a simple wooden board into his own private penthouse suite. As amusing as their sleeping choices are, I've realized that these cats have accidentally taught me something valuable about life. The 2 bed cats remind me of the importance of comfort and companionship. They don't worry about whether they're taking up too much space. They simply enjoy being close to the people or pillows they love. Sometimes, as humans, we hesitate to take up space or to let ourselves fully relax. Watching my cats, I've learned that it's okay to claim comfort without apology. The shelf sleeper, on the other hand, represents independence and individuality. He could join the others on the bed, but he chooses his own spot. He reminds me that it's fine to be different, to create your own cozy corner even if others don't understand it. Life doesn't have to be about following the crowd. Sometimes, the best rest is found on your own little shelf. Together, the 3 cats create a kind of balance. 2 love closeness, 1 loves solitude. 2 prefer the softness of blankets, 1 prefers the hard edge of wood. And yet, all of them are perfectly happy with their choices. Isn't that what we're all searching for? Our own version of peace, whether it's wrapped in blankets or perched above the world. At night, as I lie in bed squeezed between 2 purring heaters and under the watchful gaze of the shelf guardian, I can't help but laugh at the comedy of it all. I may have less sleeping space than I'd like, and I may wake up with a stiff neck from dodging paws, but I also fall asleep surrounded by love, humor, and the comforting rhythm of tiny snores. These cats aren't just pets. They're reminders that happiness comes in many forms, sometimes sprawled across your mattress, sometimes curled up on a shelf, but always in the little choices that make us feel safe and content. The story of my three cats, each with their unique sleeping habits, reflects the variety of approaches people take toward comfort, companionship, and independence in modern life. Two of the cats, who prefer to share the bed with me, remind us of the importance of closeness, warmth, and connection. In today's fast-paced, digital-centered world, it's easy to forget how essential it is to carve out time for genuine companionship and to appreciate the simple comfort of being near loved ones. At the same time, the third cat, who prefers to sleep on the shelf, demonstrates the value of individuality and independence. Just as he finds peace in his own space, people also need to honor their personal boundaries, choosing solitude when necessary without feeling pressured to follow the crowd. The balance between togetherness and independence is a lesson we often overlook. Modern life pushes us to be constantly connected, but true well-being comes from knowing when to engage and when to step back. By observing these cats, we can learn that happiness is not about conforming to one standard of living, but about finding the spaces, whether shared or solitary, that make us feel safe, authentic, and truly at rest.